What's good, y'all? Welcome back to WWE Ghostt. Subscribe if you're new, and if you're not, you already know what to do. Smash that like button. Go ahead, head to your kitchen, grab you some snacks and a nice cold drink. Curl up in bed with your favorite blanket or stuffed animal, whatever you into, and let's get into WWE 2K25 episode 8. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we even get to the actual game part, can we go ahead and smash the like button just cause your boy is all-star champion? Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't been this happy in a long time. I have not been this happy in a long time, and I am finally all-star champion. I couldn't be more happy of this man right here. Congratulations to the Ghostt. I couldn't be more happy of you, brother. But, ladies and gentlemen, things over here on Monday Night Raw are about to get hectic. It's going to be a long 3 weeks heading into the next PLE, which is Extreme Rules. Now, if you guys have been following along in my recent seasons, then you understand that the way I do Extreme Rules is a little bit different than how most people do it, because I am bringing back Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. One of my favorite type of matches over here in WWE 2K is 8-man elimination matches, okay? And I've decided to dedicate a whole entire PLE to 8-pack elimination matches. And so you have Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. Now, first things first, the World Tag Team Champions Austin Theory and Grayson Waller will not be defending their World Tag Team Championships at Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. Like I said in the last video, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller has really defeated every tag team there is on Raw, okay? Every single tag team there is on Raw. From the Street Profits to the War Raiders to the New Day, New Catch Republic, the Creed Brothers, the list goes on and on and on. I even called up my boys, the Hardys, and had them pull up to SummerSlam, and they couldn't even get the job done. So now I'm going to reward Austin Theory and Grayson Waller in 2 ways. Pause. Number 1, they will not be defending their World Tag Team Championships at Extreme Rules. The second thing is I'm going to give them opportunity, the both of them, to go get their own singles championships. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a fair general manager, and I want to make sure that when you do great things like what Austin Theory and Grayson Waller has been doing, great things come right back to you. Okay? Hopefully, either Austin Theory or Grayson Waller, or hell, maybe even both of them can get their hands on some singles championships as well. But they are not completely off the hook, because the following night after Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza, regardless of if they win singles championships or not, those World Tag Team Championships will be on the line. But this time, I'm letting y'all decide who they face, and we're going to put it up to a vote. They have already defeated everybody on Monday Night Raw. So now the Ghostt has to do what the Ghostt has to do as a general manager. All right? So here's your 3 options on who you can vote for down in the comment box below. Is it option A, D-Generation X of Triple H and Shawn Michaels? Is it option number 2, the team of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Or is it option number 3, a miscellaneous team from the SmackDown brand. Understand, if you guys do pick the SmackDown tag team and the SmackDown tag team come over here to Monday Night Raw and win, then the World Tag Team Championships are going on Friday Night SmackDown. And I guess Monday Night Raw just won't have no Tag Team Championships. Again, your choices are A, D-Generation X, B, The Rock and Stone Cold, or C, a miscellaneous team for Friday Night SmackDown. Now, I do have one more other thing that I'm changing, but the Ghostt has a promo, as you can see on your television screens right now. So I'm gonna let the Ghostt tell you the next thing I'm changing.
This is interesting. What's this superstar up to? I wonder what the champ has to say.
Okay, y'all, the Ghostt is in the ring and I have something I would like to say. Y'all seen when I cashed in my Money in the Bank briefcase on the Rated R Superstar Edge and I defeated him for the All-Star Championship. That's something that a lot of people have not been able to do. Now, I'm the best of the best. And I'm gonna make sure nobody in that locker room ever takes this championship away from me. And speaking of the locker room, I've been doing a lot of thinking about the future. Because what I'm seeing here is that Monday Night Raw and WWE, it's not just about me. It's about the future. It's about making future champions. And in my career, I want to make sure that I align myself with the very best that Monday Night Raw has to offer. I've already done so many great things with my career. I've won the All-Star Championship. As you can see, I've won WWE Championship. I've been a tag team champion. I've been a United States champion. I won the Royal Rumble. I've won King of the Ring. I'm a 3-time Money in the Bank holder. Ladies and gentlemen, I've practically done it all. But there's only 3 things left in the business that I have not been able to do. I have not won that Intercontinental Championship. I have not beaten Roman Reigns. And the last thing that I haven't been able to do was be a part of a faction that's going to help take me and my team to newer heights. In the past couple of weeks, I've had some matches against some really tough opponents, and I've respected these opponents enough to align myself with them and make sure that we all get championship gold. So once again, I welcome you to the newest faction over here on Monday Night Raw, starring your boy, the Ghostt. Ladies and gentlemen, my first tag team partner is a man who I've faced multiple times in my career. A former Intercontinental Champion and a former Money in the Bank winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Carmelo Hayes. My next tag team partner is a man who I've only had the pleasure of stepping in the ring with only 2 or 3 times now. He is a former Intercontinental Champion, and he's also the current King of the Ring. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Swerve Strickland. And see, this team is full of people who know what humble beginnings look like. This team is full of people who know what it's like to get it out the mud. Speaking of out the mud, the last and final person that's going to be joining this team, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the beautiful Miss Jada Parker. I've had such an illustrious career, but I think one of the greatest things I've ever done was get rid of Jugga J over on Friday Night SmackDown. And because I got rid of Jugga J, I'm going to steal the name of his old faction, and I'm going to call us the VIP Club. And after doing this for so long, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, and all the WWE 2K games leading up to right now, I've had a long career. I've had a well-accomplished career. In the words of Jacob Fatu, I've been all gas, no brakes with it. I think after defeating Jugga J, after winning Money in the Bank, and after cashing in my Money in the Bank to become All-Star Champion, I think it's well deserved. I think it's well deserved. So yeah, I'm going on vacation. But don't worry. Because Monday Night Raw is going to be left in good hands. You see, I'm going to leave my VIP club to run Monday Night Raw going forward, just until I get back. And when I do, I want to see every single member of my faction with gold around their waist. And I know in the last video, when y'all saw me become All-Star Champion, you thought you were going to get a lot of matches. You thought you were going to get a lot of title defenses. But nah, you get nothing. You get nothing. And you most certainly can't get in the VIP club. Cutting that promo kind of got me hot now, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. All right, y'all, welcome to Monday Night Raw. The Ghostt cut one hell of a promo earlier. One hell of a promo earlier. I hope he enjoyed his vacation. I hope he enjoys his vacation. He does deserve it. Can we all agree on that?
No!
He deserves a vacation. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get it rocking and rolling. As I said earlier, the next PLE is Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. Now, every championship on Monday Night Raw will be defended, obviously, except the All-Star Champion, because our All-Star Champion, he's on vacation. So he's not going to be here to defend it. But all the other championships over here on Monday Night Raw will be defended, y'all. Now, the previous championship holders have already qualified for the 8-pack elimination matches at Extreme Rules. But in the weeks leading up to Extreme Rules, we will figure out who else is going to qualify for these matches over at Extreme Rules. And the first match starts right now, y'all. All of these matches will be one-on-one matches. Nobody on your side, nobody in your corner, no cheating, just straight up one-on-ones. Get your ass to Extreme Rules. Our first match is for the Women's United States Championship. We got representing the Street Profits. We got B-Fab. We got representing Monday Night Raw's newest faction, the VIP Club. We got Jada Parker. And one of these women will be going to Extreme Rules to compete for the Women's United States Championship, y'all. Cast your votes down below. Who will it be, B-Fab or Jada Parker? And your winner is. That's what I like to see right there. And Jada Parker is going to Extreme Rules to compete for that Women's United States Championship. And I hope at the end of it, Jada Parker walks away as champion. Up next, we have a qualifying match for the Men's United States Championship. The Dirty Dog, Dolph Ziggler, will go one-on-one with the gold standard Shelton Benjamin. In my personal opinion, both of these guys deserve this championship opportunity, but only one man can go to Extreme Rules. Dolph Ziggler, Shelton Benjamin, and your winner is. And Shelton Benjamin says, ain't no stopping him now. He's going to Extreme Rules to compete for Jey Uso's United States Championship. And up next, we got the two-time former Women's World Champion, Deonna Purrazzo, and she looks to reclaim her gold once again, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, she got her hands full with Tiffany Stratton, as I'm sure a lot of you wish you could. But only one woman can go to Extreme Rules to compete for Rhea Ripley's Women's World Championship. Who will it be? Tiffany Stratton, or will it be Deonna Purrazzo? And your winner is. And unfortunately, Deonna Purrazzo could not beat Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton victorious in this one. She will be going to Extreme Rules. And I always like it when these two are in the ring going against each other. Ladies and gentlemen, another qualifying match for the United States Championship. We got the former champion and Julia Dragunov, and we got the fastest rising megastar in the history of the WWE. I'm talking about L.A. Knight. Yeah, and once again, only one of these guys can go to Extreme Rules. Cast your votes down below. Who will it be? Who will it be? Who will it be? Dragunov, Knight, and your winner is. And LA Knight has beaten Dragunov tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and LA Knight is going to Extreme Rules. Could we be looking at your new United States champion with everybody saying, yeah? And once again, Mia Yim looks to get some championship gold around her waist. She was unsuccessful in 2K24 after having a lot of championship opportunities. Tonight, she goes one-on-one against Zoe Stark, representing the stud line. And only one of these girls can go to Extreme Rules, Women's United States Championship opportunity on the line. Don't mess it up, y'all. Don't mess it up. And your winner is. And Zoe Stark victorious in this one, hitting Mia Yim with that Z360 and getting the pin 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to Zoe Stark. She will be going to Extreme Rules. And in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, we got no bread, no water. I'm talking about straight meat. Ladies and gentlemen, we got representing the New Day, Big E. And we got the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for an opportunity at the WWE Championship. I think both of these guys should have been champion last year in 2K24. Unfortunately, they fell short. Could 2K25 be the opportunity that they needed to get the WWE Championship? Big E, Samoa Joe, and your winner is. And going to Extreme Rules, we got representing the New Day, Big E. Congratulations to Big E. He will be going to the Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza to compete for that WWE Championship. Samoa Joe, unfortunately, you didn't make it, my dog. Better luck next time. Coming your way next, Women's World Championship opportunity representing the House of Black. We got Maya Black, and we also got the Japanese sensation in Akira Kobayashi. Both of these women, former world champions. Only one of them can make it to Extreme Rules. Cast your votes down below. Which one will it be? Maya Black, Akira Kobayashi, and your winner is. And Maya Black with the upset over Akira Kobayashi. I really thought Akira was going to take that one home, but hey, we always need new faces in championship contention. Shout out to Maya Black. She will be going to Extreme Rules. And in your main event, ladies and gentlemen, we figure out who is the last person that will qualify for the All-Star Championship #1 contenders match at Extreme Rules, all right? The people who have already qualified: your tribal chief, Roman Reigns; the revolutionary, the visionary, Monday Night Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins; the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. We got the leader of the C Nation, John Cena. And of course, the former All-Star champion, the Rated R Superstar Edge. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, either Bobby Lashley or Ace Hunter will join this matchup here. And it looks like Ace Hunter will be getting an opportunity at the All-Star Championship. Shout out to Ace Hunter. Bobby Lashley, man, go back to the drawing board, figure out what the next move is, and get back to it, dog. More qualifying matches coming in the next few weeks. But before we get there, let's head down to Friday Night SmackDown. And we are back at it on Friday Night SmackDown, y'all. Great matches for you guys to enjoy. Great matches, all right? Little bit of a SummerSlam recap. I forgot to do this over on Monday Night Raw. Little bit of a SummerSlam recap, at least for the SmackDown superstars. All right, Sol Ruka retained her Women's IC Championship from Bianca Belair. All right. Unfortunately, the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, lost their championships over to the Monday Night Raw brand. And Jade Cargill defeated Charlotte Flair to retain her Women's WWE Championship. Shout out to Jade Cargill, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to tonight's matchups, all right? Starting it off hot here tonight, Santos Escobar makes his return to Friday Night SmackDown, going one-on-one against Zilla Fatu. And again, even though Zilla Fatu won last week, he is still upset that he lost his first 2 matches. And Jacob Fatu is mad as well. I wouldn't want to be Santos Escobar right now, but your winner is. And Zilla Fatu, victorious here tonight, going up against Santos Escobar. Congratulations to Zilla Fatu. Maybe he's starting to calm down a little bit. He's not as angry as he once was, but I can only imagine what's coming next for Zilla Fatu. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got your former women's tag team champions in action tonight against Her Way of Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. And Alba Fire and Isla Dawn devastated, but they had a great match against Monday Night Raw's The Rockers. Unfortunately, they did not keep their championships, but Hopefully, maybe they can take their frustrations out on Her Way here tonight. Her Way, the Unholy Union, and your winner is. I actually cannot believe my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. This was supposed to be a squash match for the Unholy Union. Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae said they ain't come here to mess around. They want to get it done, and they want to get it done her way. Ladies and gentlemen, great win for Her Way. Great win for Her Way. And coming up your way next, ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Grimes goes one-on-one with the former Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor. Finn Balor pissed off, y'all, over here on Friday Night SmackDown. He can't believe he lost his championship to Uncle Howdy, especially after Uncle Howdy beat up who was supposed to face Finn Balor at SummerSlam in the Undisputed Era's Adam Cole. However, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumble, right? That's just how the cookie crumble. But Finn Balor want to take his frustrations out on Cameron Grimes. Let's see if he can get it done. Of course, his stablemates behind him. Cameron Grimes, Finn Balor. Let's get it on. And Finn Balor victorious over Cameron Grimes right here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, y'all. Maybe Finn Balor is climbing up the ranks again, getting his hands back on that Intercontinental Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, Dakota Kai has not been looking too good over here on Friday Night SmackDown. She's been losing match after match after match. However, tonight she is tasked with Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter, Dakota Kai, and your winner is. And once again, Dakota Kai in a losing effort. Jamie Hayter up top. Dakota Kai, like I said last week, if you want to come over here to Monday Night Raw, I got a spot for you. I can get on the phone with Bailey. I can get on the phone with Io Sky. I can see about getting Damage Control back together again. All I need you to do is tell me the word. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, I got some more tag team action for your ass. We saw them debut a number of weeks ago. The Young Bucks are in the house and they're in action against DIY, Johnny G, and Tommaso C. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winners are. And the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, victorious in this one. I thought DIY was going to pull away with the victory here. Unfortunately for them, it didn't happen that way, all right? Shout out to the Young Bucks. I don't know why, but every time I see this, it just gets funnier and funnier. Ladies and gentlemen, after a devastating loss at SummerSlam, getting thrown, really, getting thrown into the ambulance truck, getting thrown into the ambulance truck. Ladies and gentlemen, Jugga J tonight looks to get a little bit of revenge on Sami Zayn. As you guys remember, in the very first week of Universe Mode, Jugga J was tasked with going up against Sami Zayn, and he could not beat Sami Zayn. He looks to get a little bit of revenge right here, ladies and gentlemen, even up the score a little bit. Jugga J, Sami Zayn, and your winner is. And there you go, Jugga J with the victory over Sami Zayn. He said he wanted to get his revenge. It looks like Jugga J got it. Shout out to Jugga J. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, the two-time former women's WWE champion Bianca Belair goes one-on-one with Charlotte Flair here tonight. Charlotte Flair had a devastating loss to Jade Cargill at SummerSlam last week. Hopefully, if she can beat Bianca Belair tonight, she might get a rematch. Or maybe it's Bianca Belair who will beat Charlotte Flair and get her time to be women's WWE champion once more. How y'all feeling about Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill having a one-on-one match? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. And your winner is. No, it's Charlotte Flair, the queen. And the queen, Charlotte Flair, laying the smack down on Bianca Belair, getting that victory over her. All right. This is a very good, compelling argument from Charlotte Flair about why she deserves another championship shot. But we will see what goes on in the weeks leading up to the next SmackDown PLE, which I believe is Bad Blood. And coming your way next, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, we got the best in the world, CM Punk, going one-on-one against not only one of SmackDown's strongest competitors, but one of SmackDown's fastest rising stars. I'm talking about Obafemi. Ladies and gentlemen, Obafemi, CM Punk. Let's get it done. And what a spectacular match here tonight, seeing CM Punk get the victory over Obafemi. And ladies and gentlemen, such respect between these two competitors. I'm pretty sure going forward, we will see this happen again. And in your main event, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the new Intercontinental Champion, Uncle Howdy. And he will be going up against the man he attacked backstage a number of weeks ago, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And of course, Uncle Howdy has brought the new WWE Tag Team Champions along with Joe Gacy by his side. All right? And ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes, Uncle Howdy, in a non-title match. And your winner is. And Uncle Howdy has defeated Cody Rhodes right here on Friday Night SmackDown. I did not see that coming, but hey, good shit, Uncle Howdy. Good shit, good shit. And ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude Friday Night SmackDown over here. I thought this was a great show. Let me know how you feel about that week. And don't go nowhere, because we're going right back to Monday Night Raw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. We are back at it for round 2 of qualifying matches for Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. Starting it off first here tonight. We are here for the United States Championship, y'all. One half of the World Tag Team Champions, Grayson Waller, will go one-on-one against Xavier Woods, representing the New Day. Only one of these guys can go to Extreme Rules. Who will it be? And your winner is. And it looks like Xavier Woods will be going to Extreme Rules to compete for the United States Championship. And if I was Jey Uso, I would watch out. It looks like the people that are qualifying for this matchup, they're looking pretty solid, man. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Women's United States Championship qualifying match. Representing American Made, we got the Pitbull, Ivy Nile. And we also have Chelsea Green. Ladies and gentlemen, only one of these women can go to Extreme Rules. Cast your votes down below. Who will it be, Ivy Nile or Chelsea Green? And your winner is. And Chelsea Green will be competing at Extreme Rules for the Women's United States Championship. Shout out Chelsea Green. And next up, y'all, we got the other half of the World Tag Team Champions in Austin Theory, and he will be going one-on-one against Powerhouse Hobbs, and this will determine who is going to Extreme Rules to compete for the WWE Championship. Now, unfortunately, earlier tonight, Grayson Waller couldn't get the victory. Let's see if Austin Theory can represent A-Town Down Under and get that victory, or will Powerhouse Hobbs be too much for Austin Theory to handle? Theory, Hobbs, and your winner is. And Powerhouse Hobbs punches his ticket, and he will be going to Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. It looks like A-Town Down Under couldn't get no singles championship opportunities, but they are still World Tag Team Champions. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, United States Championship opportunity on the line. Representing Newcastle Republic and the Brawling Brutes, we got Tyler Bate. And representing the VIP Club, we got Carmelo Hayes. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how it goes down. Only one of these guys can go to the PLE, and your winner is. And Carmelo Hayes beats the snot out of Tyler Bate, punching his ticket and advancing to 8-pack extravaganza at Extreme Rules. Shout out to Carmelo Hayes. The Women's World Championship will be on the line at Extreme Rules in an 8-pack elimination match. All right, we've already seen some women qualify. Tonight, we find out who else will qualify, all right? Naomi has already had a championship opportunity going one-on-one against Bayley. Unfortunately, she could not get the job done. But tonight, she is tasked with going up against Mrs. Money in the Bank, Toni Storm. And Toni Storm looks to get championship gold around her waist without having to cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Can Toni Storm pull off an upset here, or will Naomi be too much for Toni Storm to handle? Naomi, Toni Storm, let's get it on, and your winner is. And timeless Toni Storm doing the unthinkable, and she will be going to Extreme Rules to compete for the Women's World Championship. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Women's United States Championship opportunity on the line. Representing Toxic Attraction, we got Mandy Rose, and she will be going one-on-one against Thunder Rosa. Cast your votes in now, y'all. Who's going to Extreme Rules? Is it Thunder Rosa? Is it Mandy Rose? And Your winner is. And Thunder Rosa is going to Extreme Rules. I did not see that one coming. I thought Mandy Rose was going to pull away with the victory there. But hey, congratulations to Thunder Rosa. We could be looking at the new Women's United States Champion, y'all. And match by match, we are narrowing it down, y'all. Representing the House of Black, we got Malachi Black. And we also got the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. And ladies and gentlemen, this is for an opportunity to compete for the WWE Championship. Malachi Black and Drew McIntyre, they both want to get their hands on it. Drew McIntyre, I don't think has won a championship at all in 2K24. I think his last championship that he won might have been being tag team champions with your boy. All right, back in 2K23, Malachi Black, he did hold the United States Championship last year in 2K24. Let's see if he can go for the even bigger prize, getting that WWE Championship, all right? Malachi Black, Drew McIntyre, and your winner is. And Malachi Black getting the upset over Drew McIntyre here. I honestly had faith in my dog, Drew. Drew, you're not looking too good. Maybe I add Drew McIntyre to my faction. I mean, me and him used to be tag team champions. Maybe we could run it back once more. I'll keep you in mind, Drew. I'll keep you in mind. And coming your way next, ladies and gentlemen, Nia Jax looks to get some championship gold around her waist. She fell short in becoming your queen of the ring. Can she become the new Women's World Champion? Only thing standing in her way right now is Raquel Rodriguez, who also wants to become Women's World Champion. Now, unfortunately for Raquel Rodriguez, Raquel hasn't won a single championship, y'all. Not in 2K24, not in 2K23, not in 2K22. She hasn't won jack shit, all right? Maybe 2K25 could be the time for Raquel Rodriguez to finally stand out and make a name for herself. And unfortunately, Raquel Rodriguez will not be going to Extreme Rules because Nia Jax has pinned her, hit her with that Annihilator, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Nia Jax is going to Extreme Rules. And in your main event, ladies and gentlemen, WWE Championship opportunity on the line. AJ Styles, former WWE Champion, losing it to Daniel Bryan before Daniel Bryan lost it to Bronson Reed. All right. Now, in that same match where Daniel Bryan lost it to Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker was also there. And he was this close to getting his hands on that WWE Championship. Tonight, AJ Styles goes one-on-one with Braun Breaker, and the winner of this match will be going to the Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. Now, regardless of who wins this match, I think it's a well-deserved opportunity. Personally, I wish they both could win. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. But AJ Styles, Braun Breaker, your winner is. And Braun Breaker, victorious in this one, beating AJ Styles, and he will be going to Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. And that's going to do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Monday Night Raw. We're going to head down to Friday Night SmackDown. Yes, sir. We are back at it on Friday Night SmackDown, y'all. And in tonight's matchup, we're going to start it off. Ethan Page is back after making his debut last week on Friday Night SmackDown. He will be going against making his return to Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to see Trick Williams in action right here tonight as he goes one-on-one against Ethan Page, y'all. Will Trick Williams whip that trick? There's only one way to find out, and your winner is. And unfortunately, Trick Williams could not pull off the victory. Ethan Page is victorious in this one. Shout out to Ethan Page. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got some tag team action for your ass. Imperium will be going up against AOP representing the Final Testament. Cast your votes in down below, y'all. Who will it be? And your winner is. Yo, I did not think Imperium was going to win this one. This, again, was supposed to be a squash match. Hey, man, shout out Imperium, I guess. In the next matchup, y'all, we seen her make her return to Friday Night SmackDown last week, teaming up with Julia. Tonight, Thea Hale goes one-on-one with Xia Li. I don't know, y'all. I don't know anymore. I didn't think Imperium was going to win that last match. Who knows who's going to win this one? I got my money on Thea Hale, but hey, I've seen stranger things. And your winner is. And it was Xia Li getting her victory over Thea Hale tonight. Not looking good for Thea Hale in only her second match back. But this is going to boost Xia Li and the Kabuki Warriors up a few notches. Congratulations to Xia Li. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Jugga J continues his path of fury, and he is going against everybody who has made a mockery of him over the past few months. All right, Jugga J was eliminated in that Intercontinental Championship Battle Royale match by Joe Hendry. All right, Jugga J was not happy about it. He said he's coming back to get his. Jugga J goes one-on-one against Joe Hendry right here, right now. And your winner is. And unfortunately, Joe Hendry doubled up on the victory. And he is still victorious over Jugga J. It's not looking good for Jugga J over here on Friday Night SmackDown. And I'll give you the same deal I gave Dakota Kai. If you want to come over here to Monday Night Raw, Jugga J, all you got to do is hit me up and let me know what it is. A number of weeks ago, where we seen Nikki Cross come out and help Alexa Bliss win a matchup against Saraya, which helped her get to the Money in the Bank match. Tonight, Nikki Cross is teaming up with Alexa Bliss, and they will be going up against the team of Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez, ladies and gentlemen. And your winners are. And Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross victorious in this one, just as I know they would be. At least I was hoping so. All right. Things are looking good for Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, your Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruka, is in action tonight in a non-title match, and she will be going up against, making her return to Friday Night SmackDown, the one and only Blair Davenport. And Blair Davenport beating the champ right here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe Blair Davenport already starting to make a case for why she deserves to be Women's Intercontinental Champion. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, Cesaro goes one-on-one against Solo Sikoa. And it seems like somebody, or maybe two people, might be missing from this picture. I don't know what story might be going on there, but hey, Solo Sikoa, at least you got Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa behind you. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, Cesaro, Solo Sikoa, and your winner is. And Cesaro getting the victory over the former tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, right here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. It's not looking good for Solo, y'all. I think his empire, just maybe, might be starting to crumble. Coming your way next, ladies and gentlemen, Britt Baker, DMD. She will be going one-on-one against the former Women's WWE Champion in Becky Lynch. All right, Becky Lynch not too happy about losing championship opportunities to Jade Cargill. She also lost a number one contenders match to Charlotte Flair, which would have gave her the opportunity for a match at SummerSlam. She couldn't walk away with this one. Tonight, she looks to take her frustrations out on the Doctor, but the Doctor ain't come to play. Ladies and gentlemen, Britt Baker, Becky Lynch, and your winner is. And Britt Baker, DMD, getting the victory over Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch frustrated, maybe on the verge of turning heel. We will have to wait and see what happens when Becky Lynch comes to SmackDown. And in your main event, ladies and gentlemen, the Universal Champion, your ring general, Gunther, goes one-on-one against Keith Lee. And Keith Lee just wants an opportunity to show Gunther, hey, you might have beat me for the championship, but I can beat you anytime, anywhere. Let's see if Keith Lee can back those words up as he goes one-on-one against Gunther, and your winner is. And unfortunately, Keith Lee could not get the job done. Gunther reigning supreme over Keith Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching Friday Night SmackDown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button. We got great matches coming your way, and don't go nowhere yet, because we're going right back to Monday Night Raw. And we are finally here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Monday Night Raw before Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. This is the last and final round of qualifying matches, which can help some of these superstars get to Extreme Rules. All right, keep in mind, all Monday Night Raw championships will be on the line, except for the All-Star Championship, because your boy is on vacation. And also, the World Tag Team Championships are not on the line because Austin Theory and Grayson Waller will also be on vacation. But with all that being said, let's get to the last round of the qualifying matches. Starting it off hot here tonight, two former best friends, R-Truth and The Miz, will battle it out to see who is going to Extreme Rules to compete for the United States Championship. Cast your votes down below, y'all. Will it be R-Truth? Will it be The Miz? And your winner is. Wow. I did not see that coming. You know what? Congratulations to R-Truth. He will be going to Extreme Rules to compete for the United States Championship. And what if R-Truth is your new United States champion? Jey Uso, you really do got your work cut out for you, my dog. Coming your way next, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying match for the Women's United States Championship. Lara Valkyria has been in a similar situation before, trying to get her hands on some championship gold, whereas Fallon Henley, these opportunities have not come her way so far, looking to make a name for herself right here tonight as she goes one-on-one against Lara Valkyria, and your winner is. And Fallon Henley seizing her opportunity, defeating Lara Valkyria 1, 2, 3, and she will be going to Extreme Rules to compete for the Women's United States Championship. Shout out to Fallon Henley. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the final qualifying match for the United States Championship. We will find out who is going to Extreme Rules. Will it be Chad Gable or will it be Murphy? All right, Murphy is a former United States champion. I'm pretty sure he would like to have that championship back around his waist. Chad Gable has had plenty of opportunities, but every time he came up short. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is, once again, Chad Gable could not get the job done, and Murphy will be advancing to Extreme Rules to compete for that United States Championship. Again, Jey Uso, if I was you, I'd watch it back. And I heard tonight was fight night as Sheamus takes the ring and he will be going one-on-one with Wade Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, this will determine who is going to Extreme Rules to compete for the WWE Championship. Sheamus and Wade Barrett, they do have history, y'all, both as friends and enemies. Let's see which one of these guys can get the victory over the other. They both love to fight, and I think we're in for a nice surprise here, ladies and gentlemen. Sheamus, Wade Barrett, and your winner is. And Wade Barrett taking Sheamus to Wasteland. Wade Barrett is advancing further in the tournament, and he will be going to Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. And coming your way next, in what should be a squash match, all right, Willow Nightingale has had an opportunity at the Women's World Championship before. She looks to double it up on her luck, and she looks to become the next Women's World Champion. Tonight, she is tasked with Sonya Deville, the leader of the stud line. And Willow Nightingale getting the victory over Sonya Deville right here tonight. Unfortunately for Sonya Deville, she could not bring championship gold back to the stud line. But hey, at least Zoe Stark got the victory last week. All right. And speaking of the stud line, ladies and gentlemen, the last two remaining members, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, are in a tag team match right here tonight against Toxic Attraction. And this will determine who is going to face off against Shotzi and Ruby Riott for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And the stud line, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, are going to Extreme Rules, and they will be going up against the Rockers for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Shout out to the stud line. And we are getting down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final matchup for the Women's United States Championship. All right, Chris Statlander. One week she's hot, the next week she's cold. She really can't catch fire. But tonight, she has a very tough competitor in front of her, Stephanie Vicker. She's already been on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who will be going to Extreme Rules. Chris Statlander, Stephanie Vicker, and your winner is. And Chris Statlander putting Stephanie Vicker in her place, and she will be going to Extreme Rules to compete for the Women's United States Championship. That's how you get it done, Chris Statlander. That's how you pick your moment and you pick your opportunity and you capitalize on your moment. Very proud, very proud. And coming your way next, ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan will go one-on-one with Io Sky. And it is for an opportunity at the Women's World Championship. All right? In Universe Mode, Liv Morgan has not won anything outside of the Tag Team Championships. Io Sky, a former world champion. Let's see if she can double it up. Ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and your winner is. And Liv Morgan getting the victory over Io Sky right here tonight on Monday Night Raw. I honestly thought Io Sky was going to walk away with that one. More power to Liv Morgan. Very, very happy with that outcome. Shout out to Liv Morgan. And in your main event, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final qualifying match here tonight on Monday Night Raw, and it is for the last spot in the WWE Championship matchup, all right? Kofi Kingston, representing the New Day, will be going one-on-one against Swerve Strickland, who is in this new faction over here on Monday Night Raw, the VIP Club, all right? Can Swerve Strickland get the opportunity and bring that WWE Championship back to the VIP Club? Or will Kofi Kingston get the opportunity? Only one of these guys is going to Extreme Rules. Kofi Kingston, Swerve Strickland. Cast your votes down below, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a spectacular match. And Swerve Strickland victorious over Kofi Kingston here. And I think in my heart of heart, King Swerve Strickland, oh, he's going to be your new WWE champion. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude Monday Night Raw. I thank you guys for watching. Now we got one more show left. Don't go nowhere. Let's head on down to Friday nights. And we are back at it on Friday Night SmackDown, y'all. Starting it off hot here tonight. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, the former women's tag team champions, are going one-on-one against the Iconics, all right? It was just a couple of weeks ago that we seen the Iconics come over from Monday Night Raw over to Friday Night SmackDown, all right? They've had a little bit of success over here, but not too much, as they look to take down the former champs right here. Can Peyton Royce and Billie Kay get it done? And your winner is. And they do. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce has knocked off the former women's tag team champions. Alba Fire Isla Dawn, not looking too good. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Trick Williams is back in action, all right? We saw him make his Friday Night SmackDown debut. Unfortunately, he was unsuccessful getting the victory over Ethan Page. Tonight, he is tasked going one-on-one with Zilla Fatu, who has his own personal axe to grind with every member of Friday Night SmackDown, all right? Trick Williams, Zilla Fatu, one-on-one action, and your winner is. And Zilla Fatu victorious in this one. Trick Williams is now 0-2, not looking too good for Trick Willie. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Motor City Machine Guns making their Friday Night SmackDown debut, all right? And they were going against the former WWE Tag Team Champions, LDF, Los Garzas, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, making their Friday Night SmackDown debut. This is the first time ever they have been in a WWE video game, all right? Shout out to the Motor City Machine Guns. Let's see if they can get their very first victory in their very first match, all right? Let's get it on. Motor City, Los Garzas, and your winner is. And the Motor City Machine Guns are victorious here, ladies and gentlemen, defeating the former tag team champions. Maybe Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley going straight to the top, getting their hands on some championship gold. And coming your way next, ladies and gentlemen, all right, me as general manager, I have proposed an idea with this match right here. Dakota Kai, I believe her record is now 1-5, ladies and gentlemen. That is not good. That is not good, all right? So tonight, Dakota Kai will be going one-on-one with Julia, all right? Now, Julia, she is a tough competitor. All right, she is a tough competitor, but we're not going for anything easy over here on Friday Night SmackDown, all right? So if Dakota Kai loses this match, she will be traded to Monday Night Raw. Dakota Kai, I've already called up Bayley. I've already called up Io Sky. We've been in talks about getting the band back together, all right? Now, they do have a couple of things they want to get off their chest, so they're ready for you, at least to talk, see where things go, all right? In the meantime, if you do beat Julia, you can stay over here on Friday Night SmackDown, all right? Dakota Kai, Julia, let's get it on. And your winner is. And Julia is victorious in this one, beating Dakota Kai. And Dakota Kai, go ahead and pack your bags. You're going to Monday Night Raw. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Jugga J is back in action, all right? After a sad loss to Joe Hendry last week, all right? Jugga J coming after the SmackDown roster. He's putting everybody on notice. He wants to get his hands on some championship gold this year, all right? Now, Jugga J not starting off too hot. He's got some things he's got to work out, but he's taking his frustrations out on Andrade here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And Andrade, Jugga J, one-on-one action. Let's get it on, and your winner is. And Jugga J is victorious in this one, ladies and gentlemen, getting the victory over Andrade. Jugga J continues to put SmackDown on notice. If I was y'all, I would stay out of Jugga J's way, man. After getting ambushed a number of weeks ago by the Wyatt Six, specifically Uncle Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, Carlito is back in action tonight, All right. And he is teaming up with his tag team partner, JD McDonough, and they are going against Nathan Frazier and Axiom, but y'all know them better as Fraxium. And after Carlito hit the backstabber, the lights went out, ladies and gentlemen, causing a distraction from the Wyatt Six. And Nathan Frazier and Axiom were able to pull away with a victory here. Congratulations to Nathan Frazier and Axiom getting their first victory here on Friday Night SmackDown. Carlito, JD McDonough, sorry about your timing, bruh. Sorry about your timing. After losing to Alexa Bliss on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago, she's now turning her attention to Mercedes Moné. And Mercedes Moné will have a one-on-one match against Saraya right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And your winner is. And Saraya walks away victorious in that one. Mercedes Moné, I don't think Mercedes has won a match here on SmackDown at all. Things are not looking good for your CEO, y'all. Somebody please help Mercedes Moné. And in your main event, y'all, we got Hammerstone in action, and he will be going one-on-one against the best in the world, CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen. And your winner is, wow. And Hammerstone victorious in this one, y'all, getting the victory over CM Punk. And it's not looking good for CM Punk, but I do believe this is only CM Punk's first or second loss over here on Friday Night SmackDown. But congratulations to Hammerstone, and congratulations to y'all for watching another great edition of SmackDown. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to end the video right here. But don't worry, because coming right after this video is Extreme Rules 8-pack extravaganza. And you're not going to want to miss that one, folks. All right? Until next time, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Gang, gang.